May 2nd, 2013, San Francisco. A small apartment in the Mission District hums quietly. A man sits cross-legged on the floor, laptop glowing in the dark. Headphones dangle from his neck, hoodie pulled low over his eyes. On the screen, a website that will change the internet forever. It's called the Silk Road. Thousands of users log in daily, buying and selling anything imaginable. Drugs, fake IDs, hacked accounts, even murder-for-hire services. Payments flow in Bitcoin, invisible, untraceable, or so it seems. Governments, billion-dollar corporations, law enforcement, none know who runs it. And yet, every day, Silk Road grows, quietly reshaping the rules of online commerce. The birth of Silk Road. 2011. Ross Ulbricht, a 26-year-old physics graduate with libertarian ideals, launches Silk Road under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. He sees a world where the free market can exist without government interference. No middlemen, no rules, no oversight, just trust in cryptography and anonymity. The site uses Tor, a browser that hides user locations and identities, and Bitcoin, a digital currency that leaves no central record. This combination makes Silk Road almost impossible to track. Almost. By 2012, Silk Road grows from a small forum to a thriving global marketplace. Thousands of transactions occur daily. Users leave encrypted reviews. Vendors gain reputations without ever showing their faces. The digital libertarian utopia is alive. And Ross? He sits in his apartment, carefully monitoring the site, unaware that he has just painted a target on his back. Bitcoin and the money flow. Bitcoin is the bloodline of Silk Road. Users deposit coins into escrow accounts. The site releases funds only after the buyer confirms delivery. Millions flow through the system. Cash becomes digital, transactions invisible. To law enforcement, Bitcoin is a mystery. Unlike banks, there is no central ledger, no records, no audits, no accounts, only a string of digital transactions that can't be reversed. Silk Road doesn't just sell goods, it sells freedom from oversight, a digital frontier where the only law is encryption. FBI and DEA begin investigating. By 2013, the FBI have identified patterns. They know when shipments leave, when packages arrive, when payments are released. They know one person controls it all. Ross does not. He believes he is untouchable. He believes in the anonymity of Tor, the security of Bitcoin, and the cleverness of his own systems. But there is one day, one moment, when all the preparation, all the encryption, all the firewalls will not be enough. The arrest. October 1st, 2013, San Francisco. Ross Ulbricht sits at a public computer, logging in to Silk Road's admin panel. A man in a hoodie, fingers flying over the keyboard. He's focused, calm, unaware that the world is watching him. Outside, FBI agents move silently, surrounding the building. No shouting, no gunfire, just patience, waiting for the perfect moment. A subtle nod, the agents close in. One step, two steps, and Ross's world is about to collapse. Click, the mouse freezes. Before he can react, agents seize the laptop. Ross is cuffed, escorted out. For 2 years, he built a digital empire that was untouchable, and now it is falling, one person at a time. In 2015, Ulbricht went to trial in New York. Prosecutors painted Silk Road as the most sophisticated criminal marketplace on the internet, and said more than 100,000 people had used it over 2 years. A federal jury found Ulbricht guilty on all counts, including running a continuing enterprise, narcotics trafficking, money laundering conspiracies. In May 2015, Judge Catherine Forrest gave him double life sentences plus 40 years with no parole. Ulbricht was only 31 at the time. The court noted this was the harshest penalty available, reflecting the scale of Silk Road's illegal trade. Appeals and advocacy. Ulbricht's lawyers argued Silk Road was merely a platform and that the punishment was excessive. Appeals to the Second Circuit in 2017 and the U.S. Supreme Court in 2018 failed. Meanwhile, Ulbricht began serving his sentence in a federal prison in Arizona. His family, supporters, and privacy advocates, led by libertarian activists, mounted a Free Ross campaign. They raised funds, for example via the Free Ross DAO NFT fundraiser in 2021, and lobbied for clemency. Notable backers included Representative Thomas Massey of RKY and libertarian figures. Even Libertarian Party leaders pledged to seek his pardon if their candidates won office. In 2022-24, as cryptocurrency and privacy issues became politically hot, politicians began publicly calling for Ulbricht's release. Presidential pardon and release. In 2024, Donald Trump, running for a second term, promised at a libertarian convention to free Ulbricht on his first day back in office.
Vote for me on day one. I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht. He's already served 11 years. We're going to get him home.
After winning the 2024 election, President Trump granted Ross Ulbricht a full, unconditional pardon on January 21, 2025. The Justice Department's official clemency list confirms this pardon. Trump publicly called Ulbricht's life sentence ridiculous and said freeing him honored the libertarian movement that backed his campaign. Surrounded by supporters holding Free Ross signs, President Trump announced he would pardon Ross Ulbricht, fulfilling a 2024 campaign promise. On January 21, 2025, Trump signed Ulbricht's pardon, and Ulbricht walked out of a federal prison that day. After 12 years behind bars, Ross Ulbricht is now a free man. He released a video message on January 24, 2025, thanking President Trump.
Last night, Donald Trump granted me a full pardon. I was doing life without parole, and I was locked up for more than 11 years. But he let me out. I'm a free man now. So let it be known that Donald Trump is a man of his word. Thank you so much, President Trump.
Photos and reports show Ulbricht reunited with his wife and relatives upon release. As of late 2025, Ross Ulbricht is living outside prison. Beyond his public statements of thanks, he has kept a low profile with his family.